Hi everyone, welcome to Real Talk, where no topic is off limits. I'm your lovely host, Kiwana Harris, and I am a certified instructor and owner of the Beauty Project Training Institute by Kiwana Harris. Well, enough about me. Real Talk is now on. It's your new Sunday evening engagement conversation where, we have a little dash and like a splash of entertainment. So I welcome you all to Real Talk, and this is our launch show. And I'm so sorry for the late start. So as we go on, we are going to ask you to like, subscribe, and tell a friend. Yes, and tell that friend to tell a friend about Real Talk right now. So we have 3 segments for you lined up. Talk your talk, fix up yourself, and it a buzz. Right after the break, we're going to jump right into Talk Your Talk. So soon come back. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, you don't miss nothing. We're just gonna start out. So, as I said before, Real Talk are the talk show where we have the topics them real, to the point, and on the go. So right now, this week we are going to be delving in the topic of marriage. And joining us today is a pastor. He is the lead pastor for the Jamaica Evangelistic Center. He's a premarital counselor and marriage. He's a premarital and marriage counselor. He is also former director of the National Marriage Ministry International. People, most of all, he is a Christ follower, husband and father. Viewers, welcome. Help me welcome Pastor David Grant. Welcome, Pastor Grant. I am so happy to have you here today.
I am delighted to be here as well, Kiwana. Thanks very much. It just feels so good to be a part of the launch of this thing. I know we're going to have a wonderful time, not just for this program, but for all the other programs coming up. So thank you very much for having me.
I like when man got talk good things into it, So, Pastor Grant, before we go any further, I just want you to tell our viewers a little bit about yourself, a little bit more than what I just said, because I know a man of your caliber must have some things to say about yourself.
So she said it, I'm a Christ follower, and there's nothing that matters more to me than living the life that Christ has ordained for me to live. And for that, it's about also helping others. Yeah, married, love my wife dearly, I love my children, love what I do. I love what I do. And I think I'm placed in this earth to do what I do. And I'm looking forward to touching base with some of you who are watching, how we can help you to go through your relationship issues, go through your marriage issues. That is what we'll be talking about this evening. And I'm excited about that.
Yes, I am excited too, because being a single woman, I want to know about marriage and all those things that come along with it. So, today we are going to talk about the good, the bad, and the unknown about marriage. So, Pastor Grant, let's just jump right into it. For my first question, how long have you been a marriage counselor or officer?
Ooh.
Are you an officer or are you just a counselor?
I'm not a marriage officer, and I have my personal reasons why I've chosen not to be.
Okay, I understand.
Officer, but I think I've been doing premarital counseling and marriage counseling like about since the 5th year of my married life, because I recognize that there's a need.
Right.
There is a need. So I would say roughly 25 years that my wife and I, we have been involved in premarital and marriage counseling. We have even gone to make sure that we get certified and trained. So it's not just our experience,
right,
but we also have formal training. So that is it for me. We have been About 25 years.
About
quarter of a
25 years. That's a
century.
lot of time, you know.
Yeah.
So you must have some whole heap of things to tell me. Some whole heap of
I guess I
things.
don't shoot myself in the foot, eh?
Yeah, you know, you have to talk the things that will let us know. So, as a couple dating, right? Why should they consider marriage?
Well, as I said, first of all, I have to explain this to you that I am from a biblical worldview, and marriage is something that the Lord Himself ordained. Right? He ordained marriage. Says, therefore shall a man leave his mother and father and cleave unto his wife, and they two shall become one flesh. Honestly, Joanna, marriage is a holy and honorable estate.
Right.
It's a holy and honorable estate. Yes, it has a lot of work with it. I need to tell you that, guys. There's a lot of work in there, but it's a glorious experience where two lives can actually become one, where you share your dreams, share your frustrations, share, your shortcomings, your failures, just be there for each other. It's a beautiful thing. Two lives becoming one, and marriage offers that. And when I say marriage offers that, I'm now speaking not just because some people will say, but I don't have to marry to experience that.
Right.
I heard that in my head a while ago. I don't have to marry to experience that. But there's a covenant blessing that comes with being married.
You know what, Pastor Grant, I really would like you to expound on the covenant blessing, because I am myself from a biblical background, and when you talk about covenants, persons really take this thing lightly, because some persons would say, well, I'm not happy on a covenant, or persons would take one thing that I really don't mess around is like persons would do business marriages. And when I hear people say that they will be doing a business marriage, it's something that kind of
it
irks me a little bit, because I know what covenant blessing is. So if you could just expound a little bit more on that.
All right, first of all, as we say, marriage is an institution ordained by God.
Right.
Our God is a covenant-keeping God.
Right.
When you read the scriptures, you see the different covenants, the Abrahamic covenant, the Noahic covenant, the Mosaic covenant, coming right along. And God who sanctions marriage or ordains marriage, and that is a covenant-keeping God. So marriage is about two persons coming in covenant relationship. Now, let me explain. Covenant relationship is about whatever is mine becomes yours.
Right. So it's not a 50-50 thing. It's a 100-100 thing.
Full 100.
Thank you.
100.
Say it again for me there.
It's a full 100, all right?
Thank
so whatever is mine become. And may I just drop this in while I'm on the point? So that means if you have children before you got married, the children becomes a part of the marriage.
Right.
If you have debt before you got married, the debt becomes a part of the marriage. If you have one heap of money, then the whole heap of money becomes a part of the marriage, because whatever is mine becomes my wife's, and whatever my wife has becomes mine.
Thank you very much for explaining.
And it just
yes.
Pardon for talking so much, but when you get married at that altar, it's a covenant that is formed right there, not just between the both parties there, but a covenant also with God.
Thank you very much.
With God.
Thank you very much, sir. In your honest opinion, though, how soon after dating you think a couple can start considering taking the big step of marriage?
Well, that for me would vary depending on the relationship itself, because the length of dating is another thing, because what happened, I found with some persons that we wear a lot of masks. We wear a lot of masks in our relationship.
Don't
so,
it?
You will hear persons say, I'm not exposing all of myself till I get married. And when I said I'm not talking physically, okay? But, I'm not going to let her know all of this. I'm not going to let him know all of this. You have to reserve some things when we get married. While I can appreciate that to some extent, right? You also have to consider the things that you are coming into the marriage with that could negatively impact on the marriage. I tell persons that when you get married, it is the marriage that matters more than our individualism, our individual lives, right? So you have to be willing. So the question you ask is how long after? That is going to be dependent, I believe, on the readiness
of the person.
Of the persons.
Okay.
So one person really might be ready, and another person might not be fully ready.
Right.
Right? But they think they are ready. And this is why now I also believe premarital counseling is very important.
Very, very, very. And you touched a point when you said that some persons kind of hold back on exposing all of themselves, and then when you're in the marriage now, a lot of surprises. You are being surprised now, and you're saying, "Oh, I never signed up for this," or things like that. So it's on your part now. You're basically saying, "Let us get to really know each other."
Right, right. And again, as I said, I'm coming from a biblical worldview.
Right.
Right. I'm coming from a biblical worldview. If couples who are interested in each other would lay that relationship before God, to ask Him, Lord, should I really get married to Kiwana? You know, right? Should I get married to Paul?
Right.
You know, Lord, what is your desire? Talk with me. So when you have that as your base, right, it becomes easier to be willing to share yourself with the person. But when you are doubtful as to whether this is God, you're like, you know, I'm sorry.
Something not right,
yes,
right?
I can't let him know that I have 25 million euro, you know, over there in Swiss bank account. I'm not going to make him know that. But when you know it is God, you are more willing to be open and to share with each other, because you recognize that you are entering into a covenant that you should not be fearful now of going into, because you believe that God the Father has ordained it.
Thank you. Viewers, listen, we have a Q&A section, so get your questions ready for Pastor Grant, because he's here with the knowledge. And if you have any lingering question, just make sure you type it up. He will answer it for you. So Pastor Grant, my next question: do you think the marriage itself can sustain the marriage?
I want you to clarify the question. When you say the marriage.
Well, all right. So persons would say that they are married, right? Do you think that just being married can keep the marriage together then?
No. It calls, as I said earlier, and I repeat, it calls for work, right? It calls for work. Being able to date each other through the process. You know. I heard that Miles Monroe said it, that love alone
can't hold it.
No, love alone won't keep a marriage.
Keep it, right.
But also, you need knowledge.
Right.
Knowledge as to how do I relate to my spouse as a husband? How do I relate to my spouse as a wife? What are my responsibilities? You know, what's my role here? So you educate yourself, because you want the marriage to work. You know, it's like, for instance, you're a cosmetologist and a teacher, you know, of cosmetology by profession. You went and got yourself trained for this, right? Why is it that we're not willing to get ourselves trained and equipped for marriage?
True thing.
It's very important.
True thing. I heard a pastor once said, he was teaching about marriage, and he said, treat your marriage as a business. Would you not have meetings with your managers for your business? So have meetings with your wife, have meetings with your husband. Would you not would you not go to your business to find out what is happening in your business? So you check it, right? So that's what he was basically saying. Treat your marriage as if, yes, it's a business, I'm investing in this. So don't just leave it up and think that because we love each other, it's just going to work out. Right. So no.
I mean, we're from the tropics, right? Yeah, we're from Jamaica. Okay, for those of you who are watching from elsewhere, you know, we're from the tropics, and you know, we have a plant here, or greens, I call it callaloo, that can just grow wild. You know, the seed will be blown and it grows somewhere else. Marriage is not like that. Marriage has to be cultivated and to be cultured. You have to water it. You have to prune it. Right, you have to give it the proper pesticides or whatever to help it to grow properly.
Right on. So make sure you have any questions ready, you know. All right, so our next question. We know that there's a saying that says age is just a number. So we understand that yes, age is just a number. So we have persons who are pretty young and they'll be very mature, while you have persons who are on the more mature, older side.
The older side.
Not
necessarily mature.
Right. So what age do you consider would be the ideal age for someone to really consider getting married? Or
all right, so you alluded to it, and I will piggyback on that, because for me, I don't think it's a really an age in terms of a chronological figure,
Right.
but it's your level of maturity, your
Okay.
level of readiness that counts. Because you will find 18-year-olds who are more mature than even a 30-year-old,
True.
right? And is more ready and more equipped for marriage based on their upbringing, you know, or other circumstances of life that will prepare them for this kind of a life. So an age is hard to specify, but if I would go for an age, I would say I would recommend, say, 25, 24.
What I know, what,
Yeah, you know, going on along that range, because by you get to 24, 25, you have a better understanding of life. You have an idea of where you really want to be in life, who you are. You know, by 24, 25, you should be.
Should.
You know,
Let us use the word
yes.
should.
As the operative phrase here, you know, you should be, you know, knowing what you want out of life.
Right.
So, what I say about that age is good enough once you are ready.
Once you're ready, once you're mature
Mature enough.
and you're ready. So explain to our viewers why marriage counseling is very important.
Marriage counseling or premarital?
Premarital counseling.
Premarital counseling is very important. I'll just share my own experience first
Right.
of all. That when my wife and I we were getting married, we did not get, a lot of counseling. You know, we actually got 3 sessions from the marriage officer who was never married.
Okay.
All right.
All
So
right
he was
then.
basically just giving us theory.
Okay.
You know,
Not experience.
Not experience. We got married. We started having issues. You know, 2 different persons coming from 2 different backgrounds,
Right.
2 different ideologies, 2 different philosophies. You know, and here it is now. We have entered into a covenant relationship. So in that case, that we can just get up and run out.
Right.
It's a covenant, it's an agreement, it's a contract. It's a covenant relationship. So I believe premarital counseling is essential. So premarital counseling, let me
Right.
say this. We call it priestly counseling and prophetic counseling. One basically just encourage you to get married. Say,
Okay.
oh man, you're a beautiful young lady. Why aren't you married? Oh, I can find a husband for you, especially church people. I can find a nice husband for you, sister. Your age coming off the calendar, you know, and you need to
The
get
pressure,
married.
the pressure, the
Yes.
pressure.
Yes. And then now you having this discussion, this pressure coming on you, and people run into marriage, but they're not ready. So preparing for marriage is critical. Premarital counseling is critical. In the prophetic counseling, no, you get or I don't remember which is which, but right now, but in the other counseling, you are really like what my wife and I would just describe. We dig you up to make sure you're really ready for this. You know, so you would ask questions. You know, I remember Dr. Barry Davidson. I went to one of the seminar that he was doing, and he said he asks bluff questions. You know, he doesn't have the knowledge really of what is going on, but he was asked bluff questions. You know, like, so have you spoken to your spouse about your sexual orientations? You know, because you need to know that.
Right.
You need to know that this lady I'm getting married to, she likes women too. Or this man I'm getting married to, he actually liked my brother. That's why he started coming to my house.
Same thing.
You know, so you need to know these things.
Right.
So in the premarital counseling, these things come up. Your family of origin, you know?
Right.
You know, anybody in your family ever was crazy? Is it a disease that runs in your family? I want to know if I'm getting married to the one who's going to get crazy next. You know? Again, we look at also we call generational curses.
Exactly.
You know, different curses coming on. How we handle our finance. One person might be a spendthrift. You know, the other one might be a saver. That is going to create problem. But last night you had $50,000. Where's that money? I still have my $20,000. Oh, you only have 15 now. You had 50 last night. You know, so learning these things before you get into marriage, and we cover a wide range of topics when we do premarital counseling. You know, because again, coming from different backgrounds.
Right.
You know, it's like I heard my spiritual father, Apostle V.T. Williams, says this: marriage is like where the sea and the river meets. You know, right there is very rough because both have to be giving up something. The fresh water have to be giving up some of its freshness, and the salt water have to be giving up some of its saltness. So it will have its roughness. Marriage will have its one, and you have to now understand. I have to do some compromising. I have to do some giving up. I have to do some letting go of my individualism for the sake of the covenant relationship.
You know what I've noticed over the years? Thank you very much for that.
No.
What I've noticed over the years is that a lot of persons, they are not willing to stick it through. They are not willing to stick it through. As something comes up, they're jumping ship. So that was very good, Pastor Grant. So in closing, right, what advice can you give our viewers about marriage on a whole?
All right, so you don't mind me looking straight.
No,
at
look
them.
straight in. Just speak to them. Just talk to them.
Yeah,
talk to
straight
them.
in your
straight
eyes
into their
and
eyes
looking
and
at
talk
you.
to them. Make sure you not look back in a film eye and talk to him. Okay, go on, Pastor Grant.
Marriage is a blessed experience. It's a great experience. You know, as I said, it's about your life being transformed. Really, you can become a better person in marriage. I want to encourage those of you who are thinking of marriage to look at yourself first, to do your introspection. You know, make sure that you are whole, because you are getting married, and we're not talking about no 50-50 as we said earlier. It's a full 100 thing. You must come into the marriage whole, as a whole person. Don't expect your spouse to make you what you think you should be. Try to be that on your own. And also, they will be a part of the process of helping you to become whole, in the sense that the situations that you face will cause that to happen as well. So, marriage is honorable. Marriage is an honorable estate. I would encourage anybody or everybody who can, and you think you are ready for it, go ahead, because it also provides the blessings of God. The blessings of God. The Bible speaks in the Old Testament about the bastard, the child who is born out of wedlock. Most of us in Jamaica, but that is a blessing that comes upon even the children as well.
When
that you have within the context of the marriage. So it's not just about you or you and the spouse, but even the next generation. So I'm challenging you today to prepare yourself. Read books. Go to seminars. Ask questions. I hope you don't have too many challenging questions for me though. But ask the questions. Ask the pertinent questions. Ask your parents. So I'm encouraging you. Prepare yourself for a great and wonderful institution.
Thank you very much, Pastor Grant. So now we are at our Q&A section. We're going to take a small break and we'll be right back. Make sure you're typing your questions in the chat, because I'm coming back to ask Pastor Grant. So thank you for joining, and this is Real Talk. Welcome back to Real Talk, and I'm your host, Kiwana. Now, guys, I know that Pastor Grant did an awesome job because there was no question. So obviously, the information was well, excellent, right? So, what we're going to be doing now, we're going to be wrapping up Real Talk It Talk, and we're going straight into our next segment, Fix Up Yourself. So before we go, ladies, I know that you enjoyed that segment with Pastor Grant. So we just want to tell Pastor Grant, thank you very much for coming out. And we appreciate the information that you shared. It was well received. So thank you, Pastor Grant. Is there anything you would like to say to our viewers before you leave?
Oh, sure. I want to say thanks too for having me on this evening. Thanks to our viewers for watching. My wife and I, we host a Facebook Live prayer session for marriages, marriage relationships. We are taking a break, but we are resuming this Sunday. We host it on Facebook. It's Odigia Global, Odigia, and of course you know how to spell global, right? Global, right? On Facebook at 5 every Sunday evening. We're resuming this Sunday, so come on over and join with us. We can pray with you, help you to walk through some of the issues that you are going through in your marriage. So again, thank you very much.
Thank you, Pastor Grant. So we're going to take another small break as we get ourselves ready for Fix Up Yourself. So guys, this section is definitely for you. So make sure you get a little drink and start chill up and relax, because Fix Up Yourself is coming up next. Real Talk, and I'm your host, Kiwana, host with the most. So, this segment is called Fix Up Yourself, and in this segment of Fix Up Yourself, we are going to be talking to a well-established barber of 8 years. He's a colleague of mine, a very good friend too, and we're going to be discussing why men's grooming is very important. So please welcome Mr. Jason Johns. He is a facilitator for over 8 years. He owns and operates Jason Zone Jason Barber Zone. Right. So, Mr. Jason Johns, welcome to Real Talk.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, so Mr. Johns, what if I gonna call him Mr. Johns? Because you know, so
Jason,
we'll go way about Jason. So, Jason, before we go any further, just tell us, our viewers, a little bit more about yourself.
I'm humble, easygoing. I love my barbering. It's my passion. I love interacting with people. It's basically me, you know.
I know Jason, I know. So basically you that Jason. Very sweet, very humble, and all of that. So, being in this business of beauty, the barber shop, the barber line, all of that, how would you advise your clients on when is the best time for them to get a haircut? How long, I should say, for them to get a haircut?
Well, it all depends on the haircut. If it's like a haircut you're doing an all-in-one, you know, you can come every week and do an all-in-one. If it's an image where you have a mohawk, a fade, you have a beard, you know, you come this week, you come the next week to line up. If you're going deeper with it, now you're coloring your beard, coloring your hair. It all depends on the image.
It all depends on the person's image and what the persons want to achieve.
Right.
So when you say all-in-one, could you kind of simplify it for us and let us understand the hairstyle that you're talking about?
All-in-one is like everything on top, one level, and a clean shave.
Okay.
It's
So we
like
call it
back to school.
right, or a policeman cut then.
Yeah,
so see, them know some, like a policeman cut. So Jason, what is your biggest pet peeve that you see like males will do with their hair that really irks your spirit a little? You just feel like it says, bruh, so what you really are going with?
Alright, it's through social media now, so interesting. There are a lot of barbers posting pictures and videos. So every come and now have them make a line or a little share at home where them feel like them can do a thing and line up, and you know, when them come to the shop now you have to try correct it. And then when them say them want a certain image, like before, they try train that image and you say, alright, next week when them come back, you might have that full beard there. You go home and just carry it down, and some of them you have where some of them have them beard and them have them hairbrush, right?
Right.
So you're supposed to have two different brush or a comb.
Okay.
So you're supposed to have a brush or a comb for the beard and a different brush for the hair.
Oh, so we learn something now, because we did just think, say, just use one comb or one brush. So even me being in the industry for so long, I didn't know that you need two brushes, one for hair, one for beard. Okay, now I know.
And the same products you use in your hair, you can't use it in your beard. You have to have like the beard oil.
Wait, I have a question about beard. I don't want you jump the gun yet, Jason. I want you to wait for me. Make we just roll and flow together. You understand? Okay. When it comes to personal grooming, right? What are some of the things that you think, like your male counterparts, they overlook?
They overlook?
Yeah, some things that you think they don't pay too much attention to.
Them hair.
Them not pay too much attention to them hair?
As them come to the barber shop, get that fresh cut. Is it that you have to go home, when you shampoo your hair, apply back your products, keep the hair moisturized, keep the hair. You have this time now where you're sponging your hair. You know, you want to have the beard all shiny and together. So that's where the beard balm and the beard oil come in, you know. So you have to self-maintain as well. Not only coming to the barber shop, but you have to self-maintain.
Okay. So basically you're saying most men don't pay a lot of attention to their hair?
Yeah.
Well, I have a pet peeve that I know with some man. Man no like look out for them foot. I don't understand why. So I have to talk about it. Is that my pet peeve?
Yeah, men have on shoes every day, so some man will be like, you know, I have my shoes, so I need to do my toe.
Yeah, but when you take off your shoes, it's a different story.
That's true still, because you have certain conversation coming at the barber shop and I say, brother, you know my sheet me tear up with my foot last night and
You're the listener there. But
and you know what it's just the vibe, you know, but yeah, men should take care of their feet as well. Their nails, because I know females love to see men with their pretty nails and nails clean. Yeah.
Talk to them, not tell them. Tell them. So these are some of the things that we look at. We look at your nails. We look at. For me, foot is one of my things. So me, I gotta look. I'm going to look at your feet.
You must have
okay.
some woman who comfortable with a haircut as well.
Yes, I like a clean, nice cut
when
too.
You come in like, babes, you look good, man. You're fresh. You just come from Jason. You're fresh.
Go to Jason. Just go from Jason.
Even when we do the service, and the men be like, yeah, man, I look good, but you say for them go home to wife, you know, or girlfriend, no, man, I like that style, like that fade. They should have go up, look more. Tell Jason to carry it down, look more, carry it up. You know, the line, they kind of look like a half or something. But you see when they get, yo, wife, you love the haircut, you know, say.
Things go on and things go on up.
Yeah.
Of course. Oh, you mean? So just like how we as females we love when our partners compliment us and stuff like that. It's the same thing you're saying happen with a man.
Yeah, man.
They like it when we compliment them too. All right, I open and learn to ladies.
Yeah.
So
When
you see.
Compliment to one, a little compliment back, you know.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay.
Compliment to your alone, you know.
All right, Jason. All right, we learn now, so we know, say, we must compliment our male counterparts too. So, in your opinion, do you think men really spend enough time on like skincare, like a good skincare routine?
I don't think men do all of that. We just want something basic. The shower, wash face, go.
And the same soap with them use
so
shower with.
sometimes I feel like, you know, you need to use your beard oil, you need to wash your face will break out. Because the beard store a lot of dust and, you know, so you have to shampoo your beard, shampoo your hair. Men need to take more time in themselves.
And the skincare routine. Right.
Yeah.
So in advising them about a good skincare routine, you would like tell them to
come to Jason's Barber Zone, where you get your face cleansed, scrub, and extract.
Okay, so you do facials at Jason.
Facials at Jason's Barber.
Well, here, come to Jason's Barber Zone.
You get a haircut, you get a complimentary warm towel, and we provide a mini facial as well.
Okay, very good. As you mentioned beard earlier, what is the key to a good beard shape? Because you know, say, listen, everybody and them father want to have a beard these days. And does it works for everybody? Because personally, I don't think it works for everybody. Because some beard juki and maka and it don't stay good. I think them should just go to the barber and just trim it off. So what would be your advice to these persons grooming their beard and the key to having a good beard?
You can see the beard juki.
Yeah, man, it stay bad. It just stay bad. You know, like pepper green. You don't know pepper green ear, to your ear nice and pretty, Jason. You don't know people have pepper green and it roll up. I saw the beard stay. So what would you say to our viewers?
As we said, the beard oil. The beard oil and the beard balm. So when you get your hair from your barber, maintain the beard. Yeah, you have beard shampoo, you shampoo your beard, then you apply the beard oil. So you have some men now with the big beard, big beard,
the big bond there.
You have the beard balm now where you apply the beard balm and hold it in shape. Keep it soft and nice.
Also, the beard balm actually keep it in shape.
Right.
Okay, I learned that one. I didn't know that one. Okay, Jason, your final questions. I'm not going to keep you much longer. Could you give our viewers some at-home advice that they could do while they're at home before their next barber visit?
Call your barber and make your appointment.
That's at-home advice?
See, when you can make time to go to the barber shop. That's at-home.
So just like what you said before when you were saying that use your beard oil and the two brushes and
so you would buy your beard oil, your beard balm, your beard shampoo. Have a nice shampoo for your hair as well. You know, some head and shoulder. You know, have a nice comb brush for your beard and have a sponge. A lot of men have the twist sponge and twist rock. Twist sponge hold a lot of hair and it hold the moisture in it, so you have to like wash it every month. You know, for us barbers now we have to wash it every day. So in at home you have to take care of the stuff that you're using as well. And you know, take the time out, and everybody YouTubing stuff these days, and you can ask your barber for advice as well.
Very good. Well, thank you, viewers. We have Jason Johns here, and Jason, could you just let the people know where they can find you on social media and where your barbershop is located?
So on Instagram it's Jason Barber Zone. I'm located at 95 Constance Spring Road, Princeville Plaza, Shop 30. You can contact us 399-1104.
All right, so thank you again, and this was Fix Up Yourself. So you know, say fix up yourself. I gotta go on with a bag of things, cause you, my male viewers, I need for you to take better care of your hair, as Jason suggested. Make sure you have 2 brushes. If you're doing the beard, you have 2 brushes, one for your hair and one for your beard. And make sure if you're also doing the beard, you do your beard oil and your beard balm. Balm? Okay, I got it right. Balm. So thank you again, and this was Fix Up Yourself, so don't go anywhere, you know. We have one more segment leave, and that's It's a Buzz. And you know, so we are come with something like this It's a Buzz. So we have 3 top choices for It's a Buzz. Don't go anywhere. 2 little seconds. Thank you very much for staying with us. So thank you, Jason.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Real Talk, where no topic is off limits. I'm your lovely host, Kiwana Harris. So, we're now for It's a Buzz. So, the internet was in a frenzy over the week. Yes, man, when former dancehall queen Marian All, or former known as Lady Saw, now Minister Marian All, made a live, and yes, sir, if you haven't seen the video, you need to go look for it and watch it. But she made a live and she mentioned Spice, Shensia, Aishana, and I think Jada Kingdom. Plus, and she said some choice things in her live. Well, you know, the feud between Spice and Lady Saw, well, it regained its flame, people. Yes, man, it regained its flame when Spice went live, and she had a lot to say. She talk the things them. So yes man, and then veteran DJ Maka Diamond, she had her live too, where she mentioned some unfortunate events that happened to her with, yes, Lady Saw. Yes man, so that's our first Itabuzz. And the second one is from our Grammy child, Coffee. So Coffee posted a picture of herself, of her abs, and we can see that Coffee did not miss a day of abs at the gym, unlike some of us. And the media took it over. Yes, it made Coffee made the number 5 trend in Jamaica on social media. Can you believe it? So after you see Coffee abs, you don't need to sign up to the gym, or you need to start working harder like myself. Anyway, on that note, we have another one for Itabuzz. So the banks decided that they were going to raise their bank fees, and you know social media take it over. When water bill raised and chicken raised 3 times, you can just imagine. And the bank was, and the social media, was not pleased. People were not pleased with it, and the minister, prime minister jumped on board, and the minister of finance, all saying that the banks were tone deaf. Understand? And now on Twitter, everyone is saying which bank they are going to be joining or leaving. Apparently, JMMB is leading. And guess what, people? I am a member of JMMB. Anyways, that was Itabuzz for us today. And our next segment, we'll be back. This is our final segment, and we'll take a short break, and I'll be back again to close it off. Love you guys. Thank you. Itabuzz. Thank you guys for joining us for Real Talk. This is our launch show, and I am super excited. I'm so happy that all of you tuned in and join us. So you know what they always say, all good things must continue to next week. So next week at 6:30, join us for Real Talk, where no topic is off limits. Thank you guys. Love you. Mwah! Thank you so much for joining us, and please remember to hit that notification bell and join us next week for Real Talk. Thank you so much for joining us, and please remember to hit that notification bell and join us next week for Real Talk. Thank you so much for joining us, and please remember to hit that notification bell and join us next week for Real Talk. Thank you so much for joining us, and please remember to hit that notification bell and join us next week for Real Talk. Thank you so much for joining us, and please remember to hit that notification bell and join us next week